Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode for Dacthon, and of course with Corey Kitchell and Jimmy D. As many of you might know, however, we are kind of doing Dacthon coverage and getting some really cool, new, interesting guests. And this morning, we actually have a family who's going to talk to us about Alpaca Worlds. Now, I do apologize for being a couple minutes late. I was just getting this set up. So please, if you would, share the link for the YouTube around. And while you do that, we're going to get an awesome introduction from the people behind Alpaca Worlds. Because, how would you not want to know about, the cutest animal on earth?
Yeah. So I'm Juan, and this is my wife Melania, my daughter Ines, and we started to Alpaca Worlds together with Jose, which I think you already met him at some point, and yeah, it all started because of the crypto monkeys, I have to say. One night we were having dinner here at home, and Jose said, "Guys, I need a few minutes. I need to chase a monkey." And he started chasing a monkey, and I said, "Okay, what is that? Explain me a little bit what it is about." And we learned about the NFTs, crypto monkeys, and so on. And I said, "I want a collection. I want a collection. I want a collection. I want my own collection." And yeah, that's a little bit how it started. And I asked Ines, "Can you draw a nice, cute animal, do something nice for us?" And she drew an amazing alpaca. And that's how everything got started with alpacas. And after that, Melania, she's a graphic designer, and she said, "Okay, I'm going to digitalize everything." And yeah, that's how it got started.
The crazies.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting that you guys are interested in alpacas. So I think a lot of people know this. Maybe you guys don't, but I'm actually a permaculture designer, and permaculture looks at ecosystems, and I'm also a historian, and I really like ancient kind of history, and I read a lot of books and did a lot of research on ecosystems as well as ancient civilizations. And some of my favorite civilizations all time to study and research are the Andes civilizations or the pre-America civilizations, as well as the ancient Greeks. And I'm really big into ancient that kind of culture and stuff like that. And so I did a permaculture design course in New Zealand. And what a lot of people might not know, actually, New Zealand kind of has quite a few alpacas, weird, really little theme parks with alpacas and stuff. And I was kind of surprised. And at that time, my hair wasn't quite as long as it is now. You can't see it, but I have quite long hair. And I have really curly hair, and the humidity, it kind of expands. I get a really curly, tight knit afro. And I remember I was standing beside an alpaca. And my friend took a picture, and it's a carbon copy, all the little cute curly hair on the alpaca's head. And I'm like, man, this is my soul animal. Alpacas are awesome. I'm super excited to have you guys here. So yeah, I'm gonna actually pull up your website on the screen. And then maybe you guys can walk us through it, because I think there's some really cool things that you guys are doing. Here we go. And so everyone should be able to see this now. Yeah, so Alpaca Worlds is a cute community-driven NFT collection with proof of ownership stored in the Wax blockchain. So the first question is, I guess for me, is how, you kind of told the story about how you came up with the idea of drawing the alpacas and stuff like that. But what's your background into crypto and NFTs? That's kind of an interesting maybe segue. What brought you to the point where you were like, hey, we're gonna put alpacas on the blockchain?
Well, yeah. I have to say that I'm a crypto enthusiast since beginning of 2017. I've been very involved in the cryptocurrencies world, and And I'm also a software developer, and yeah, I have always been interested by that. And yeah, when we learned about all of these NFTs, well, we know about the crypto kitties from early on, and yeah, and some other collections on the ETH blockchain. But when we learned about Wax and how easy it was to create things there, and when we met the community, we said, okay, we definitely have to go for Wax and do something on top of that blockchain. And yeah, that's a little bit how everything got started.
Yeah, I like this website because it's like super fun, right? Like you guys got like the origin story is like really funny. Like it just cracks me up. Like if you don't mind, I'm actually gonna read it because I thought this was really cool. You know, a lot of projects they just say like buy our art or do this stuff or like you know, and like I just like the fact that you like as a writer myself, like I like the fact that you like this website just speaks to me. Like so Alpaca Worlds, the origin. It all started a long time ago in the Andes, way before the Spanish arrived in America. People enjoyed a peaceful life in the upper world, cherishing nature and sharing the mountains with a few short-haired alpacas owned by Apu, the god of the mountains. Although the alpacas we know and love today come from a different place, the underworld is a magical place where the offspring of Andean people gods live. Over there, Apu's daughter took care of a large herd of beautiful long-haired alpacas. She was having a difficult time taking care of such a big herd on her own. Apu thought it was a great idea to have someone help his daughter and allowed her to marry a herdsman she fell in love with during one of her visits to the upper world. The herdsman moved to the underworld, and they were extremely happy for a while. But after some time, the herdsman started to feel homesick. The herdsman and Apu's daughter asked Apu permission to move to the upper world and take the alpaca herd with them. Apu agreed under one condition. The herdsman shall continue taking care of the alpaca herd while taking special care of a tiny alpaca that he had to carry with him at all times. But back in the upper world, the herdsman didn't keep his word. He stopped caring for the alpacas and disregarded the tiny special one. Extremely disappointed, Apu's daughter decided to go back to the underworld with all the alpacas. So she ran to the nearest water spring, where she dove and swam to the underworld. Most of her alpacas followed her, except for a few the herdsman prevented from joining her. Since then, the alpacas live nearby lakes and springs, waiting for their mistress to come back. A few weeks ago, an alpaca heard a rumor. Apu's daughter is back in the upper world. So she decided to leave the mountains and started looking for her. Join us and follow our alpaca in his quest for Apu's daughter. We will visit the most exotic places all over the world while we help her find his mistress, and who knows, we might even have to follow him out of this world. Okay, again, as a writer, a kind of not religious but spiritual person, this is just really cool.
Yes.
So yeah. I want to know like the history behind this story. Like, is this like a mythology? Is this something that you guys came up with? Like, what's going on with this?
No, what we did is like our version of the legend of the alpacas. That's something we started researching, and we said, okay, what's the origin of the alpacas? And the alpacas were a very important animal for the Indian cultures. And we said, okay, and they have gods and multiple gods and things. And we started doing the research, and we found out this. And we didn't want to make a collection, just as you said, just do the art and that's it. We wanted something with a story, and something where we could also involve the community, because we don't really have a plan on where is Tupaca going next. Tupaca is the name of our alpaca, and we don't know where he's going next. And we asked the community, okay, what do you think? Where should he go? Which places should he visit? And then we start deciding on what's the next destination. And we have here the girls doing a lot of research. Okay, first country was Brazil, so we started researching many cool places in Brazil where he could go. Sorry. And then we made a poll, and we have a lot of people from India in our community. So there was a poll, and India was the second country. It was easy because they are a lot, so they voted a lot. So now Tupaca is visiting India. And tomorrow we are going to launch the next contest with our audience to decide the next country to visit.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess that was actually the screen I was going to bring up next. Like, to me, I hesitate saying this because I'm not even sure if you know what this is, but what do you mean by community driven? We mean that you have a saying on how the story evolves. So the community actually gets to decide, you know, what happens. This actually reminds me of, like, I'm a little bit old, but this reminds me of something like a kind of a computer game I used to play that was like, where in the world is like Carmen Sandiego type of like feel to it. Like how does the community decide what happens next in the story? Can you walk us through that process?
Well, basically, what we have is our Telegram, Telegram channel, and there, we interact with the community and we ask them what they think. For example, when we were in Brazil, one member of the community who lives in Brazil said, okay, are you still going to publish something from Brazil? I said, well, no, now we're leaving. Oh, it's a shame you didn't visit this place. Okay, don't worry, we'll do something. And we created a special NFT for the place that this community member recommended us. And he was extremely happy when he saw that there was a new NFT with his recommendation, which was Escadaria Celaron. Yes, and now with India also we asked the community, and there will be an NFT based on the recommendation from the community, and yeah, they always decide everything.
Right.
A plan, but they can influence the plan. A lot.
Yeah. So some of the NFTs are up on the screen here. They're all the same ones because maybe they're the recent ones. But let's see if we can find ones that are different. This one's the temple elephant.
Yes, I think if you go to the templates in the collection, you can see all the NFTs that we have released so far. Or you can go to in our website. If you go to our website.
Okay, sure. I can go back there. Yeah, I got that pulled up.
And you go to the top of the site.
Okay.
And there you have to go one more. And one. Yeah. And you press the green button.
Follow the journey. Okay, sure.
Yes.
Ah, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yes, and there you can see all the NFTs that have been created.
Okay, that's awesome. I like. Yeah, there's like Lama said. Lama, one of our regular viewers, said in the comment, like, "That's really happy alpaca." Like, I agree. That's such a great.
That was the first one. The second that
give us the background story on each. Let's go through these. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah. So the first one is basically the alpaca.
Going from Peru.
Yeah. It's this one. We used it only to announce the collection and to share it with
He's ready to begin the journey. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, and then the second card that you see, it's a very special one. That card, there are only 33 in existence, and it's the birthday alpaca. Because Jose, which is the friend with whom we have this collection, with him and his wife, he was his birthday was just a couple of days after we launched the collection, and we said as a gift to him, Melania created this card, and there are only 33 in existence. And that was his birthday present.
Yeah, and because he's 33.
Yeah, and he turned 33 this year.
Cool. That's really cool. Actually, I like the little like Easter eggs hidden in these cards. So this is fun. Okay, what about the Andes Cab Lima airport journey?
Yes, that one is when Tupaca, well, he was not Tupaca yet at that point, when Tupaca comes down from the Andes and he is going on his way to the airport to go to his first country.
Okay, and at the airport.
Yes. When he gets to the airport, he realizes that he does not have a name. So if he does not have a name, he can't have a passport. And if he can't have a passport, he cannot travel. So there we organized the first contest, and the community proposed the name for the alpaca, which is Tupaca. It came out of proposals from the community. We had first a big list of names, then we narrowed it. Then we had a poll with the different names, and we chose the name and gave some NFTs to the winners. So it was very cool.
Okay, I'm gonna make a really bad joke and potentially like almost racially like inappropriate, but it's there's no racial undertones or bias. I really like when people say like mi casa tu casa, and I kind of feel like I need to say like alpaca Tupaca from now on.
That's a good one.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Join the journey, Alpaca Worlds.
Yeah, that one was only a flyer that we distributed to many accounts to get a little bit of awareness.
Okay, and around the world.
Around the world, that was a collaboration with Nifty Box. They contacted us. They said, "Oh, guys, do you want to do something with us? We can distribute your cards as part of our monthly distribution." And we said, okay, let's do that. And we gave them two versions of Around the World. There is a static version. And if you scroll down a little bit, we have also an animated version of Around the World. It's basically the same NFT, but one has an animation and the other one is static.
Okay. And oh yeah, here's the animated one. You can see.
Yes. Which, by the way, I think it was your first animation, right?
I started this year learning how to animate it. And this was my first approach.
That's awesome. There's a lot of goodness in here, like the Burj Tower in Dubai, or sorry, not the Burj Tower. What's that building? Dubai building is in there. I always forget the name of it. Looks like there's a torii from Japan, like a temple.
Yes.
Mount Fuji's in there. The Empire State Building.
He goes to all the places.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I'm such a fan of this project now. Okay, passport. So he gets a passport, and now he can use it to travel.
Yes, and that one, for example, that passport has a QR code, and if people scan the QR code, I think the first one to scan it got an NFT, and yeah, the passport was only. I think we did that to be able to get another NFT.
Yeah.
So that QR code that shows on the ticket on the passport is the one that you scan?
Yes, and that was a link to claim an NFT. So the first one who got it got the NFT.
That's honestly, can I just say that's brilliant on a whole new level. Like that's like the next level Easter egg. Like that's it. I'm kind of blown away by this. That is a ticket in an NFT that if someone had the sense to scan it, they got a free NFT. That's like.
Well,
that's really awesome. I like that a lot. Like that's a double use case for a ticket. Sweet.
Yeah.
On my way to Rio, Tupaca is now arriving in Rio. What places is he going to visit? I think you kind of touched on this before in Brazil.
Yes. Yeah, so that one is when he was on the plane flying first class with his champagne over there. Because of course, Tupaca is a millionaire. He mined Bitcoin early on, and he now can do whatever he wants, travel wherever he wants to go.
Right. Oh man, if I was only as smart as that. All right. Okay. All right. Copacabana.
Yes.
Potentially one of the most fun words of all time ever to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one was, he thought, Apu's daughter is a girl. She might have gone to the beach and have some fun. Let's go and look for her over there.
Okay, cool. Floresta do, okay, now here's where my bad, let me try. Floresta da Tijuca?
Floresta da Tijuca.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's even difficult for us to pronounce because it's Portuguese. So yeah, we don't know.
Right. Okay. So what's the story behind that one?
Sorry?
The story.
What's the story behind?
The story behind this one? Well, to be honest, with this one, originally we wanted to go to the Amazonas,
Yeah.
but we said, okay, that's a little bit far away from Rio, so let's find out something that it's closer, but it's still kind of jungle, and yeah, that's why we decided on that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, again, I'm kind of impressed with the thought that went behind this. Like, most people wouldn't think it's too far away. It's the computer. You can do whatever you want, but like,
Exactly.
Yeah, true. That's something we realized later.
I'm down. I like the reality base behind it for sure.
Okay.
Carnival. Carnival. Of course, you know, it's interesting because this is one of my, you know, if I could put myself on the internet as an NFT, and people could choose to send me somewhere, like, I would really hope that they sent me to Carnival. Like, you could have so much fun with that, and even in the card, it looks like you did have a lot of fun with that. So
Yes.
I think that's one of my favorites.
And that one was also amazing because people from the community, from Brazil specifically, they said, okay, yeah, it's a shame that this year we will not have Carnival, but we are so glad that Tupaca is going to have Carnival. So that's good. It's like, yeah, it brings happiness in these times where we have to stay at home. And yeah, I think it's very nice.
Yeah, I you know, it's interesting that this NFT kind of boom and the situation that we're all in globally right now with the pandemic kind of hit at the same time. And I often wonder, like, we were actually talking about this last night or the night before, when it comes to like metaverses and online worlds and things like this, you know, how it's kind of like the chicken and the egg scenario, right? Like, which came first? Like, how much influence does one have on the other, and which direction, right? Like, I think this would have been a popular series, you know, with or without the pandemic, as would a lot of these NFT projects. But the fact that we live in this global world whereby we're all kind of connected, but a lot of us may never actually, you know, make it to the Carnival or make it to the Eiffel Tower, or, you know, make it to Mount Fuji. Like, some of us because we don't have time, some of us because it's far away, some of us because of, you know, the pandemic, and some of us just because it's not possible for us, like from a financial or travel restrictive potential. So I like the idea that we can share culture, cultural experiences. I like the idea that we can, you know, dive into what is important to other people through kind of projects like what you guys are putting together with these cards, and get them interested and get them, you know, celebrating like I mean, not everyone has Carnival, but pretty much every older culture in the world that I know has some sort of, you know, dance festival kind of mechanism, and I'm really a big fan of these types of things. So, again, you obviously, when you're managing a NFT collection like this, you really do have to. You're almost obligated to throw some love in there. So.
Yes. Well, this one was for Valentine's Day. Yes.
So who is Tupaca's girlfriend in this photo?
She's a Brazilian girl.
Is it the Copacabana girl?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I just was going to tell you that this one, we gifted that NFT to all the wallets that had an NFT from Alpaca Worlds. So we just dropped it to say thanks on Valentine's.
Okay, I do not have this card because I did not have any alpacas in my wallet. But as soon as I hang up this stream, that's going to change very quickly.
Yeah.
Over. So yeah, I mean, if you want to make a lot of money and you're out there in the comments, like, go buy up all the supply and then sell it to me at an extremely high price, because like I'm totally getting one of these.
Carnival.
Yeah.
That's the same card, but it's an animated version. And
Right.
if I remember correctly, to get this one, you had to blend all the cards from Brazil. So if you had all the cards and you went to the NFT blender, you could get this animated version.
Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit now. I'm associated with a couple projects who are working on gamification. Uplift Art, primarily happens to be one. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Uplift Art, but Uplift Art did some really cool things with gamification and tokenomics, whereby we rewarded users, but we also allowed users to burn certain cards to receive other more rare cards in return. So my question is, was it that kind of mechanism, or like did the carnival cards have to be burned in order to entitle you to this animated version, or was this just given out to everyone who held those cards in their accounts?
No, in this case, the cards had to be burned.
Okay, great. Yeah, so that's great, right? Because that decreases the rarity of
yes.
Those cards on the market, which is like good for collectors. Even though it's a fun series, it's still good. I mean, it's like genius, because obviously if I want that card, I'm gonna have to get 2 of everyone, right? So
yes.
I don't want to burn them. Like, I want that one, but I don't want to have like none of the other ones left either. Okay.
Exactly.
I think this one I can do. Escardia Celeron.
Yes. And that one is the one that that was recommended by one of our community members just before leaving Brazil. We created this card because this community member said Escadaria Celaron. Well, he recommended an area in Rio that was very nice, and what we loved the most was this, and we created that NFT.
Okay, that's very cool. I really like that. And the Brazil stamp in the passport.
Oh yes, that one was just like a proof of ownership. If you had all the cards from Brazil, you were able to get the Brazil stamp.
I left my home country a long time ago, about a couple decades ago, and I decided I was going to leave my country and I was going to travel overseas, and I was going to do 1 year somewhere. I was going to work and do 1 year. And originally my plan was to go to Brazil, but I never actually made it. I got really lucky. My friend actually, her parents worked for Air Canada, and she made a ticket to anywhere I wanted to go in the world. And there were some kind of problems, and I don't regret it. I ended up going to Mexico, which was really cool. Mexico City, which was really cool for a few months before I ran out of money and had to change my plan. Because the red tape and getting a job there was notoriously slow at the time, but my plan was going to Brazil. That's kind of where I wanted to go. That's kind of where I wanted to end up. For some reason, that place and the Czech Republic always spoke to me at that time, and so I wanted to spend some time there. But I feel like I never made it. Still to this day, I haven't made it because I like to travel when I can, but I refuse to go to a place for like 3 or 4 days or a week. Like, if I go somewhere, like, I want to spend like a month, right? Like I'm the type of person who like hasn't been to like some pretty major countries for the simple reason that I haven't been afforded to stay there for like a month or 2 months because I want to experience the culture. So I think I'm joking, by the way. Just I think that maybe like now, like, I've accomplished everything in life that I want to, and we can finish this stream now because like that was an awesome trip through Brazil that like I never expected to have. So thank you, Alpaca Worlds, for that. However, we're not even near finished because I can kind of see the top half of an Indian visa coming up. So yeah, how did it come about that? Tupaca went from Brazil to India? Can you tell that story?
Yeah. The community said.
The community chose. We asked for. Okay, what's the next country we should visit? And that was India. We have a lot of people from India in the community, and they outnumbered any other country in the community. But if you look at that, well, you cannot see it because you have to go to the details. Well, first, this one has a funny story because we made a big mistake and we had to close a drop and redistribute the cards because we had a wrong date there.
It was from
the visa was from 2020. So yeah, we said no, let's make it right. But if you check this in the passport number, there was a key to get another NFT.
Let's see if we can.
No, I don't think
I
you can
don't know
show.
if you will be able to zoom that much, but yeah, there were some keys there. Also, the date of when the collection started is there.
I can't really pull it up. So
Yeah.
um,
But it had some clues there that you could use to get some free NFTs. And
wow, that's really cool.
and another thing with the Indian visa is that every time that we drop a new NFT, we had at least 2 drops: a private drop and a public drop. And the private drop is in the beginning we used to do it with a private key that we published in the Telegram channel a few minutes before the drop was open, and only people with that key were able to participate in the private drop. So they got the lower mints. But when we went to India, we decided to have drops that were open only for 30 seconds, private drops open for 30 seconds, and you need to have proof of ownership. So if the Indian visa is in your wallet, you can participate in the private drops.
Again, kind of brilliant. I was gonna say it, kind of brilliant. I like this. I'm okay, I'm like pretty into this right now, but I'm totally gonna watch this back later and take notes because, like, yeah, you guys are at the top of your game. I mean, for a cute, funny, interesting, great, happy, smiley alpaca NFT, kind of fun activity. I'm just gonna say it, like, you're at the top of your game when it comes to gamification, tokenomics, rewarding people. I'm impressed. Thank you for setting me up with this interview, Crown, because this is something I never would have had without you, and this is amazing. Gateway to India. Where is the gateway to India, actually?
Yeah, that's in Mumbai.
Mumbai, yes.
Mumbai, okay. All right.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, we choose the most relevant places in India.
Yeah, the most iconic places,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Right.
And now we had suggestions from the community, so we will see.
Yeah, we have a new card that is coming also from
Yeah.
from suggestions from the community.
Oh, what happened? What did I do, James?
You go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but why? Why did I go back? That's not cool. Okay. And I was doing so good there too. And now the green button's missing. Oh, there it is. Okay.
There.
Right. Sorry about that. India. I honestly, I don't even know how close to the end we are, and I don't even care because I just want to keep going. The Pink City. I mean, if you guys want me to stop, we can stop. But I'm quite enjoying this nice, relaxing tour around the world with.
No, it's okay. We also enjoy it. So yeah.
I like hearing the inside scoop. That's I feel like I feel like I'm getting the goods. So the Pink City. What's Bollywood? Of course, it's Bollywood. It's got to be Bollywood, right?
No, Bollywood was in the previous one in the gateway of India. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because Bollywood is in Mumbai. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So this is the Bollywood Mumbai card, right?
Yes. So this is
Pink City, Jaipur.
Jaipur. Yes. Yeah, that one I don't know because there you chose most of the places.
Yeah,
together
with my daughters, we decided where to go.
Yes.
What I said earlier is that they are the most common places in India
to visit when you go to India. Yeah.
Okay. I really like that this is a family thing too, right? And can I just point out that you guys are this is really cool that you guys have taken this to the world as a family. one of the things that we're doing with the Uplift World, and one of the things like my co-host, the founder of the Uplift World, kind of, I'm not sure how familiar you are with it, but it's one of the things that he always mentions is like he does this with his nephew, right? And he has his nephew is like super cute. His nephew every Sunday, actually coming up in 24 hours and a little bit time, I believe, if my calculations are right. Every Sunday, the Uplift World does a gratitude ceremony. You can kind of see it in the background behind us, but where people come in to, which reminds me, we're going to have to do that before you leave, because I get so excited sometimes that I forget to do gratitudes, and I was so excited and rushed with you guys that I forgot. So don't let me forget. You're putting your gratitudes on the cathedral or in the Uplift World. We got to get them in there before we leave.
Great.
After this tour, but he my co-host Corey, he always says, we do this gratitude ceremony and everyone comes, and more people are coming. But his nephew always comes, and in the stream, his nephew is so cute because his nephew helped him build part of that cathedral, helped him build the pillars for that cathedral. And his nephew always says, like, sends him messages or says to him, Corey, like, can we have a play date today? And he's like, yeah, totally. Let's go in and build stuff together. So, like, hearing that from him, and then me living overseas and being able to connect with my family who lives back home and around other places in the world, because I have nephews, young as young as 3 and as old as I think like 14, that I can kind of connect with. Like, it's really interesting to me how NFTs and gaming in the blockchain space have kind of, in a way, with the internet the way that it is, brought families together. Like, M Blue, another really good friend of mine who's kind of behind Uplift Art. I know his first My Bitcoin Bull video, the first music video ever actually on the blockchain was created during the initial phases of the pandemic, where they were sitting in their house, they were in lockdown, and he's an artist, and his kids and him would sit at the table and they would draw pictures together, and a lot of those pictures that he drew actually became part of the music video NFT that was released on the blockchain. And I suspect that there's a very similar story behind you and your family, and how this is all like come together. I can kind of see it in the way that you're talking and the way that you look at each other, kind of smile, silently about all the little jokes that or little, things that happen that nobody else knows. So I really respect that you're doing this. It's really cool.
Yeah, and it's fun because also our oldest daughter, she's not here because she's working today, but she's also involved, not in the artistic part, but she manages the Twitter account and she's announcing the drops and everything. So yeah, everybody in the family is involved.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. All right. So after my little, sentimental break, let's continue. We got, okay, sure. Proud Alpaca.
Proud Alpaca is when we got the level 2 certification for our collectible verification for our collection. So we were extremely happy for that. And we created this NFT.
Yeah, so for those that might not know, on Atomic Assets, there's like certified assets and non-certified assets, right? And level 2 certification is like a pretty big thing, right? Like, it's kind of like you guys are a legit NFT project. Like, that's pretty awesome.
Yes, we were extremely proud that day because it has been so everything so fast, learning new things every day. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, like, congratulations on that. That's awesome. And so, how is this distributed to the community? This one.
This one
in particular.
Oh, I don't remember what we did with this one. I think it was, you were able to buy it, I think, for 1 wax or something like that if you had any other NFT from Alpaca Worlds.
Oh, wow. Okay. That would, see, again, this is, okay, again, right? That connection between, which again is really dear to my heart, but that connection between supporting a project and giving back to those people who support you, I think is really important. And a lot of projects give airdrops and stuff like that. They'll drop things via email and stuff. But I like the fact that you guys basically are saying, if you're holding any specific one of these are NFTs in your account, then you can get it for this set price. Like that's a really cool thing that I think is really underrated in space. So, the Taj Mahal.
Oh, the Taj Mahal. That's yeah. This one was our first mythic card, and that's a card with only 15 in existence. And we had a drop very sadly. I don't have that card. I was not able to get it. They went in a matter of seconds. And we auctioned number one. The mint one, we auctioned it. And I was not allowed to bid because the team decided that we were not allowed to bid for the card. So that's the card I don't have in the collection.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I like it though, right? Like you can't.
Yes, it's one of my favorites.
Whoever has that, I mean, they could make bank from you someday,
Yeah.
When this blows up. Okay, cool. And we got the Quacky Tupaca. The digital Quacky Tupaca.
Yeah, this was a collaboration with Digital Docs. And if you had this card and one of their cards, it was a doc. And if you blended those, if you burned the two cards, you were able to get the next card, which is Digital Friends. It's the same alpaca with the doc on top of him.
Great. I'm just kind of reading the comments. Dr. Yunani, I love you. You're cracking me up. When Jimmy Alpaca, I have no idea. Maybe I'd totally be down for meeting Tupaca in Japan if he ever shows up.
He will.
Definitely.
And it's interesting too. Lama says in the comments, we were talking. I'm a little bit behind here, but we were talking a little bit earlier about the passport number being wrong, and actually a stream that we had a couple days ago with Luke Stokes. With Michael Yates of Alien Worlds. They were talking about really interesting thing where a lot of times the cards that have the mistakes are the ones that become the most rare and the most valuable. So much so that even now some projects are printing mistake cards on purpose.
Yes.
So I kind of like the fact that you guys pulled those mistake cards and then put those the perfect card back out on the market. That to me is kind of a cool story in itself. That perfect card kind of has value in a way because of that. So
yeah.
Let's see, where are we? Digital Friends, which is the digital ducks.
Yes, that's the result of the blend.
Okay. I like ducks too, kind of recently. And I've never seen a duck riding on an alpaca, but I'd probably pay to see that. Okay, Konark.
Konark. Yes, this is the temple of the sun in India. We liked it a lot, and we said, we need an NFT for this. And this was the last we released.
Yesterday.
Yes, the day before.
Thursday.
On Thursday.
And it looks like I'm at the bottom of the.
Yes.
Yes.
So the next one you said, I forget now because it's been a busy stream. The next one you said, I think tomorrow is being.
Yes. The next one will be distributed tomorrow. We always announce 24 hours before the drop. We will announce it tonight.
So you announced that in the Telegram channel.
In the Telegram channel, yes.
Okay. Let me. I'm gonna drop the Telegram channel into the comments at some point. I'm assuming the Telegram channel is named Alpaca Worlds.
Alpaca Worlds.
Alpaca Worlds.
And so you go into the Telegram channel to ask questions and see what's going on. And I guess vote where but this one is probably a little bit too late. But you can definitely vote for where Tupaca goes next after tomorrow's thing is released. So can you kind of walk us through the process on, like, I know you said that the community decides, and it kind of seems to be like the popular vote, I guess, in the Telegram channel. But what's the process for deciding what happens? Is this like, is it a vote? Is it do people log into a site and like click a button, or like how does that all work actually?
Well, the previous one was only a vote, but we were not 100% satisfied with the mechanics, because it was a vote, but you could also place a comment. And in the comments, we found an extremely nice story from someone in Uruguay who gave a beautiful reason why Tupaca should go to Uruguay next. But as we already said, okay, this will be a poll. They voted for India. So this time we're going to make it a little bit different. We have a form, it will be a form, and you have to enter a short story explaining why Tupaca has to go to that country that you want him to go. And we will choose the most compelling story, and that will be the next country to visit.
Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not going to do it this time. So because I just think it's cool. But don't be surprised someday if you get like half of a novel on why Tupaca should go to wherever I am.
Great.
I mean, I thought there's like, yeah, there's a weird like little desert in the north of in the north of Japan. It's not even a desert. It's like a couple sand dunes where they have like some camels that, you know, people can ride. But like, yeah. I'm just gonna say, like, yeah, I'd totally give up my car if I could ride like a llama to school. My job, like, that's so I should do. Yeah, and awesome. Like, I really like everything that you guys are doing, and I do apologize for this in advance because I do actually have to really put this up on the screen. I don't know the validity of this, but I'm just gonna put it up here for a minute, and you guys can decide, because I really don't like to push FUD, and I haven't checked this out, but some people might want to know this information. So David, who's a member of our community, says that the creator of Quacky Ducks might be connected to hacker accounts. I don't know about this, but yeah, be careful, everyone. I'm pretty sure that, you know, people should do their own research, and I'm not going to call those guys out because I don't know nothing of it, but it's definitely, I think you would agree, worth being aware of potential issues and scams and things in the space. If you want to speak on that, you can, but I'm not going to make you. I, again, have zero proof of that. I just want to throw it up there because it's in the comments. So if it turns out to be true, thank you very much, David. Yeah. And everyone should do their own research.
Yeah, and I think that we will also do our own research. To be honest, we are always open to collabs with other collections, and yeah, in this world, it's very difficult to know, to know the history of other collections. But yeah, I think that at least a good lesson for us will be to to do our due diligence before before doing any collab. Yeah.
And anyone who tells you, like, and that's the thing, right? Like, I'm a big believer, like, any of the projects that I'm connected with or I'm associated with, like, I encourage people to do their due diligence. And if you find something that, like, I can't answer, then, you know, maybe it's time for me to reconsider. But I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to say the same thing, right? But yeah, you totally have to do that. And I actually totally spaced out on this because I was a little bit rushed and busy. But we're going to do it a little bit of a different way. But I don't actually have the ability to put your gratitudes in the world. Usually we sign in and we put them on the wall in person on this live stream. However, the Uplift World is in the process of migrating servers, and we are moving the gratitudes. Sorry, we are moving the world right now is shut down while they migrate the servers. So pretty much we can't go in there and do it live in person, which I'm really kind of sad about. But I do want to take your gratitudes down anyway. And the temple, which you can kind of see behind us, and I don't have a ready picture of it, to be honest, but let's see. Are you guys familiar with the gratitudes at all?
Yes, well, at least me, I'm familiar because I saw a video of you, you and someone else. I guess it's
yeah, maybe Corey or maybe Greg or
yes,
maybe on the channel. Yeah. So
yes, I saw that. So I'm familiar. I don't know if you are familiar with the gratitude. No.
Nope.
Okay, so maybe do you want to explain to them what the gratitudes are and how they work?
Well, I don't know exactly how they work. I just saw that inside the cathedral you have a lot of of squares with gratitudes, which I find amazing to do that. But I don't know exactly how does it work and if anybody can participate there, or how does it work? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, basically, yeah. There's just a little
like a tile with
like a little tile that we can immortalize, like what people are thankful for. I think the first tile that went up was like, I'm grateful for this place, and that's how the whole process started. There's been tiles of all designations. I'm grateful for my wife. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for the project that I'm working for. I'm grateful for coffee. I'm grateful for whatever. So we've actually never had a show before where we actually haven't been able to put them up. So this is a first. I mean, it's a first for me, and it's a first for Alpacas. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put it in the comments, and then I'm going to put them up the second I get back in the game. So Jimmy P is grateful for the awesome Alpaca World Tour. Exclamation point. That's going to be my gratitude. And I'm going to put that up on the plaque in the cathedral, or in one of the areas that I put plaques up on the second I get back into the game. If I could get one of your gratitudes each, that would be amazing. It can be whatever you want. No, short. We got like short is okay, but if it's a little bit too long, I'll adjust it to put it in there. And let's put those in the comments as well, just to make sure that we get them out there, for the next 2 or 3 days or day.
Yeah, we need to sign up.
So yeah, no, it's okay. You just tell me, and I'll type them out in the comments, and then I'll put them on the screen.
Okay.
Okay, you.
Well, I don't know if it will be too long because I'm grateful for too many things.
Okay, well, go for it, and maybe we'll make 2 signs for you then.
Okay, and I'm grateful for my beautiful family. I'm grateful for our amazing community, and I'm grateful for NFTs.
I'm grateful for my beautiful B-A-U-T. My beautiful family. One more time. Beautiful family.
Amazing community.
Amazing community and NFTs. And your name?
Sorry?
And your name?
I'm Juan.
J-U-A-N?
J-U-A-N, yes.
Sweet.
And I have to say I'm grateful for something else, or for someone else. I'm really grateful for Jose.
Okay.
He's the one.
He's our friend who got us here and with whom we have this collection together. I'm extremely grateful for Jose. He's a beautiful person.
For Jose, who made the Alpaca Worlds collection possible.
Yes.
He's our manager.
No, he's much more than our manager.
Oh, and sweet Jose just saved me from embarrassing myself because I had typed an H instead of a J. Thank you for your comment, Jose. That's awesome. Okay, sure. Who's next? Oh, sorry, I didn't put the wrong one up there. There we go. All right. Who's next?
Go, Ines.
Oh, I don't know. I'm grateful for this opportunity, I guess, because I never thought I would do something like this, and that I'm able to do art and stuff that I like, and yeah, that.
Okay, how do I spell your name?
Oh, INES. Oh, E. What?
INES.
Yes. Yeah.
INES.
Is grateful for this opportunity to be part of this and do art.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and do art.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, sure, great. We'll put that up there. If it's wrong, just tell me and I'll fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to change it to be part of Alpaca Worlds and do art when I put it up on the sign, but yeah. Okay, and last one.
Yeah. I'm grateful for this opportunity. It's unimaginable for me doing this art and to share it with the community.
Grateful for Alpaca.
Yeah.
Alpaca Worlds opportunity and the ability to share it with the world.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's rock and roll. And again, hopefully we got that right. Oh, no, we don't got that right. Your name?
Oh, Melania.
Milan.
ER.
Yeah, it's like Melanie, but with an A instead of an E at the end.
At the end is
Milania.
Yes.
There we go.
No,
it's
the first one is E. Sorry.
Melania.
Yeah.
yes.
Elania. Sorry about that.
Yes.
That's it.
Oh, Dr. Unani, you saved me. Let's just go with Dr. Unani's comment. He's faster than me. He's been beating me the punch all morning. I need a transcriptor. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, like, you guys are awesome. Like, everything about this show for me, like, I don't talk about my personal life so much, but like sometimes even I get stressed out. And like today, like 3 minutes before the show, I was like immaculately stressed out just because I was rush all day. And it's funny because when I tuned in here, I was a little bit high strung, but within 3 minutes of getting the show up and running, and then just listening to you speak about everything that you're building and seeing the artwork, being able to take like the little, NFT card journey right there on the website. Again, a really nice touch because a lot of these projects, they don't do that. You actually have to go in and look at the NFTs. Like that's pretty amazing and was super relaxing and like the perfect kind of end to the week for me. I mean, I do a show every day, or we do a show every day, so there is no really weekend or anything, but like, this is the perfect episode for me. So we have one more thing that I'd like to talk about. What are you guys doing next? What do you got plans? Anything new? What you're building or plan to build? Both either within the Alpaca Worlds network or above and beyond.
Well, yeah, with Alpaca Worlds, we have a lot of plans. We want to do a lot of things much more interactive, and that allows to the community to be more in control. But we also have many other things coming, because just last week, I got the okay from our board of directors, and with Jose, we are starting a new business unit at the company we work, and we will focus only on software development for the NFT world. So, yeah, lots of interesting things coming there. We want to build. First thing that we will build is a set of tools that allow to make it easier to manage a collection, because right now you have to do a lot of crazy things, and they include some pieces of JSON and stuff in the forms that you have to fill. So we are already working on something to make that simpler. And yeah, we want to do that and many more things for Alpaca Worlds, and maybe even other collections. Yeah, tons of ideas, and never enough time to bring everything to reality.
Right. Yeah. And you know, so recently we've been spending a lot of time on this show doing coverage for the Dackathon, which we love. It's awesome. But you know, we're getting to meet a lot. Like, again, we're getting to meet a lot of really cool people who we might not have necessarily met so quickly, like yourselves. We are kind of interrupting our regular broadcasting schedule. That's not a bad thing. In this case, it's a really great thing, to be honest. So thank you to the Crown team and the MetaDAC team for giving us this opportunity to be able to meet people like you. However, one of the shows that we do on a regular basis, on a weekly basis, is on Friday. And we do a show called NFT Game Day, where we bring various NFT creators and various people from different games that are kind of, you know, rocking whatever they do out there in the space. And I really hope that at some point in the very near future, that you guys come back and join Corey and get the chance to actually meet Corey as well, because I think he would really love meeting you as much as I did, and potentially even more, because, you know, he's very family oriented, very you know, artistic NFT oriented person, and just like really believes in the value of NFTs in bringing people together and telling stories and creating this a shared experience between people that you might not know in the crypto verse, but also people that you do know in the real world. And that's kind of, it's an interesting kind of a take what we have in Uplift, in the Uplift world, because the OG people in the Uplift world, they weren't crypto people, and now they're starting to see the value in NFTs. And you know, last week we had Greg on the show who showed people like how to make an NFT, and he's only been making them for like 3 days, right? And now we've got you guys here who like, you know, are, one of you is a blockchain enthusiast, a crypto enthusiast, but the other two of you are artists, and you were able to create this awesome project, this storyline that just allows you to spend time both together and with other people in this space. So I really hope that sometime in the very near future that you guys can come back, and maybe even your elder daughter as well can come back, and maybe Jose. I mean, I don't know, maybe like you guys can all jump in, right? And you can you can come back and share some more stories of both Tupaca and yourselves and the journey that you guys are on. So, but yeah, I mean, you're free to if you have any questions or you have anything else that you'd like to say to the community or to anyone out there in the community that might be listening.
Well, on my side, I only want to say thank you for having us here. We are grateful for being in your show, and to the community. That I also want to say that we are grateful for all the support and for being there all the time. It's amazing for me. It's unbelievable. I really love it.
Yeah, and you know, I say the same thing, because I just got to throw this up here. You know, Dr. Inani and everyone out there who's got my back today. I've been kind of flying solo a little bit here the last couple of days, which is a great learning experience for me, because I actually understand all of the stuff that Corey has been doing in the background on all of our shows. Like it's a lot, right? So like, you know, I'm the guy out there talking, having a great time, relaxing, chilling out, and he's like, you know, heads down on the computer, like a genius. He's an absolute genius, actually. Like he's one of the smartest people I've ever met when it comes to NFTs and gaming and like what he understands about people and markets and generosity and things like that. He's like heads down, like giving stuff away, like throwing things out, like controlling everything on the back end. So it'll be interesting when he comes back, because like now we can kind of take shifts, you know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes here or there, because I kind of figured out, I kind of know what I'm doing. Yeah, like let's throw this one up here too. Yeah, so one of the things that we do a lot on this channel is we do like give away a lot of free NFTs, and we haven't actually been keeping up with that the last a few days. But I'll tell you what, you got about 2.5 or 3 minutes while we wrap up our goodbyes to throw your wax counts in the comments here, and I'll try to send you something from our stash or on our ESIO weekly account. So 2.5 minutes or 3 minutes, and I'll try to send as many of you as I can. Just a little something to say thank you for.
And we can also drop some alpacas there. If yeah, you just tell me to which addresses to send them, and we will send some alpacas there.
Awesome, let's do it. Okay, sure. I'll send you a message earlier, and you can send those to our account. So yeah, 2 minutes on the timer. Drop your NFTs in the address below. Yeah, so I guess there was one more thing I wanted to maybe touch on while we wait for those wax addresses to come in. If I can bring back up the website. You can connect with the project on the Atomic Hub collection and also the Telegram. You can find all of those links on the alpacaworlds.com website if you scroll to the bottom. You guys also have a following on Instagram and Twitter.
Yes.
So people can, you know, see what's happening there. I think it's pretty interesting that like we're in this space where people can like learn about interesting things without actually necessarily realizing that they're on blockchain. And Wax provides like almost a perfect opportunity. Let me get this. Wow, look at all you guys are awesome. A perfect opportunity for us to a perfect opportunity for us to you know, bridge the gap between blockchain and the pre-blockchain world, right? And I think this is really interesting, because I think this is something that not a lot of projects do. And that's you know, have an Instagram thing, which to me makes a lot of sense, because this is a project. So I'm just curious if you might tell me like what's it? Of course, no. Okay, I'm not gonna log in because I don't do that on my computer. But anyway, you got the run of the mill there. So I'm just curious, like, how has your reception been? Like, obviously in the blockchain world, it's been good, but how has your reception been like outside, like on Twitter or on Instagram?
Well, on Twitter we have I think we have a growing audience there, and I think that's very nice. On Instagram, I don't know that much, and this is again family business, because the Instagram account is Jose's wife, the one who's in charge of managing that. So I don't know that much how is it doing, because personally I stopped using my Instagram account 1 year ago, I think, and same for you. So yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna throw this out there, but if Tupaca ever comes to Japan, I'm gonna find a way to lay that Japan Tupaca card side by side with whatever's drawn on it, and take a real life photo and show. That's what I'm gonna do. I mean, I just think that'd be really cool. And we were talking about this as well yesterday with the community organizer of Upland Tours. And it's kind of really interesting what those guys are doing. I'm gonna get this wrong. Say Piku 18. She organizes tours in the in the Upland game. And Upland, for those who don't know, is basically started out based on like a carbon copy of San Francisco. And I kind of see very similar undertones to what you guys are doing with your cards. You know, I kind of want to ask, like, you know, I'm really excited to see what comes next, right? Because there's so much potential here with bridging real world history, real world cultures with, you know, what's happening with the cards and the storylines. And I just want to say, like, I'm really, really, really happy that I got the chance to meet you. I was pleasantly surprised, even more so than normal. So I wish you guys the best of luck until we have the chance to meet again, which I hope is very soon.
Yes.
And,
yeah. Thank you.
And yeah, like it's been awesome. Like you guys made my week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And here we go.